Psalms 50, verse 19, and it reads, Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawcha, Qadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great Muslim who teach well and rule, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akim, fellow laborers, hopeful let, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Ak listening and learning, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin Camp here in Toronto with another lesson. Through the spirit and power of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi, title will come. We'll get right into it. Right? Psalms 50 verse 19. Once again, and it reads, Thou givest thy mouth to evil. Right? Esau Edom, the ruling class elites, these banking families. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Windsors, the Billy Snakes, the Sir Bransons, the Jeff Bezos, right? The ruling class elites. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, right? Nothing but evil from their mouth, man. Nothing but evil they meditate on, right? And thy tongue frameth deceit. You go into this word frameth, means to build, put together, bond, frameth, right? They just put compounding wickedness. Strong's H6775. To bind, join, fasten, to be bound, to combine, fit together, right? So all they do is fit together lies upon lies upon lies, man. Deception, right? And that's this wicked, this devil, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, right? Who is Esau Edom, right? And we're going to this because of these articles, right? It just shows you the flip flopping. And Esau don't care. The flip flopping, right? 2 days ago, Dr. Fauci says third shot of the waters. Vanessa, likely in future. Most people don't need the waters, BOOSTER, at this time. Fauci says everybody will likely look at how the narrative, the flip flopping. It goes from likely in the future, don't need, to will likely need. And then a month ago, Fauci says Americans who are fully punched do not need. Right? James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Right? This is the rulership. This is the wicked. Right? Unstable in all their ways. This came out on Forbes August 4th, a few days ago, about a week ago, 10 days ago. Fully punched, half as likely to catch the waters and less likely to infect others. Study finds, right? And this is data, right? So this is one narrative here, right? And then a few days before that, punched people with breakthrough infections can spread the waters, CDC says, right? So you see the flip-flopping, the back and forth, these devils, right? Now they don't care. It's to the point where they don't care, right? And they're going to get sloppier and sloppier. And eventually it's just going to be strictly the sword, man. They're just going to use their blessing and come through with the sword. Madmen sparing none, right? Job 15 verse 5. And it reads, For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity. Right? Whose mouth? Esau Edom. The wicked. Right? Uttereth thine iniquity. You're looking at this word uttereth. Strong's H502.
Strong's H502, Aleph. Aleph. And the form just below that, Aleph. Aleph.
To learn, to teach, right? And that's all Esau Edom does, man. Right? Teach wickedness, learn wickedness, right? For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, right? Their mouths teach iniquity, sin upon sin, wickedness, right? And thou choosest the tongue of the crafty, right? The tongue of the crafty. Looking at this word crafty, right? And this is their craftiness at work.
Strong's H6175, Arum. Arum. Second entry, Arom. Arom.
The tongue, the mouth of the crafty, subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible, prudent, right? All on the left-hand side, man. They're crafty, they're shrewd, they're sensible, they're prudent in the left-hand side, man. Subtle, doesn't it say in Genesis 3, verse 1? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahawah power had made. And he said unto the woman, this is the serpent talking to the woman, and it's not a literal serpent, it was a man, right? The spirit of Cain came from the serpent, right? Right? It was a serpent that used his subtlety, his craftiness, right? His left side prudence to deceive Eve, right? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahawah power had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath Yahawah said, yeah, shall not eat of every tree of the garden? This was a question, right? Every tree of the garden was other philosophies, right? And this is a cut. This proves that there were other people. It wasn't just a man or a woman on the earth. There are other nations, right? Every tree of the garden was just other nations, right? Eating of every tree of the garden was eating of their philosophies, man. And that's what and that was the deception, right? That was the deception of the serpent to Eve, right? Causing Eve to go off, right? And do things other than what Adam was dealing with. Indulge in philosophies other than what Adam was dealing with. And then bringing back these heathen, these other nation philosophies to Adam, right? It wasn't wacky tacky will teach, right? These harlot houses will teach it was a literal serpent and it was a literal apple. No. Right? Right? And this is what Esau Edom's doing today, using his subtlety, his craftiness, right? To deceive. You know what I mean? Right? But you can't trust Sirach 12 verse 10, and it reads, never trust thine enemy. Right? Never trust thine enemy. Who's the primary enemy? Esau Edom. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? He's wicked, man, and wicked bad. Right? So all the smoke and mirrors, the flip-flopping, 1 minute they're saying this, next minute they're saying that. Right? This is part of their craftiness, man. And 2/3 of our people are gonna fall are gonna be deceived. Right? But yeah, just something I was meditating on. I just wanted to touch on it. You know what I mean? I pray edified. Stay prayed. I pray without ceasing. Kwame Asharala. Wa Abad Babal.